Welcome to Topic 10, File Handling in Python. This module covers how Python interacts with files. A file is data stored on computer devices like music or text files. Files act as secondary memory, storing data permanently even when power is off. Files are binary or text. Binary files, like images or videos, are computer readable. Text files, such as .txt or HTML, are simple and openable with any text editor. Key file operations include opening, reading, writing, appending, closing, renaming, and deleting. Always open a file before performing any operations. Python's open function opens files, returning a file object. The syntax is f equals open, with our for read as the default mode. Closing a file with fileObject.close flushes unwritten data and frees resources. While Python eventually closes files, explicit closing is good practice. Python offers R for reading, W for writing, a for appending, and X for exclusive creation. To read text files, open them in R mode. A file not found error occurs if the file doesn't exist, as seen when opening text.txt if it's missing. Python offers read for entire content, read for specific characters, readline for a single line, and readlines for all lines as a list. We'll use text.txt to demonstrate. The read method, without arguments, reads the entire file as a single string. For text.txt, it returns all content concatenated into one string. The read method reads a specified number of characters, continuing from the last position. Reading 7 characters from text.txt yields hello p as a string. The readLine method reads one line, advancing the file pointer. It includes the newline character, which can cause extra blank spaces when printed. The readLines method reads all lines into a list of strings, each including newline characters. This is useful for processing lines individually. Iterating through a file with a for loop is memory efficient for large files, reading one line at a time for processing. Exercise: read only the 5th line from a 10-line fruit.txt file. This requires careful file handling to avoid loading the entire file. Solution: open the file, use readlines to get all lines into a list, then access index 4 for the 5th line. This will output hello if that's the content. Write to text files using write or write lines. Be aware that opening in W mode overwrites existing content. To write open in W mode, use f.write for strings, then close the file to save data. Writing to test.txt and closing it stores the content. The writelines method writes a list of strings to a file. Each list item should end with a new line for separate lines, streamlining structured data writing. To append data without overwriting, open the file in a mode. New data is added to the end, preserving existing information as shown when appending to test.txt. This code appends mango and pineapple to test.txt using write lines in append mode, keeping existing fruits like apple and orange. Python manages file positions with tell to get the current byte position and seek to change it. From can be 0, 1, or 2. This example demonstrates tell and seek, opening a file, reading, printing the position, moving the pointer, and reading again to navigate file content. For renaming and deleting files, import Python's OS module. os.rename renames files. Use os.remove to delete a file. Always verify the file path to prevent accidental deletions. Python's OS module also manages directories. os.mdir creates a new directory. Use os.getcud to find your current working directory, which indicates where scripts execute and files are accessed by default. To remove a directory, use os.rmdir. The directory must be empty or an error will occur. For example, os.rmdir removes the test directory. Handle IO error with try, except blocks for graceful error management. If successful, the else block confirms writing and file closure. If an IO error occurs, like opening a non-existent file, the except block catches it, printing an informative error message to prevent program crashes. Exercises. Write Python functions to find the longest word, count word frequency, and return the total word count in a text file. Another exercise, create input_stats to report the longest line in a file, like carol.txt, identifying its content and character count. The solution involves reading the file line by line, tracking the longest line and its length, optimizing memory for large files. Finally, copy one file's contents to another by opening the source for reading and the destination for writing, then transferring and closing both files. This concludes our topic on file handling in Python. These operations are fundamental for managing and interacting with data in various file formats.